it's CEO here, and lots of you have been asking in the comments, why are my trees not turning colors? If you're asking this, you've probably seen some of my latest videos where my trees are red, orange, and yellow. So today, I'll show you why my trees are turning those gorgeous fall colors and yours are not. Stick around to the end of the video because I go over some important information about how the color trees spawn that you may not know and is crucial if you want certain colors of trees in certain places. Like this video if you're excited for the fall season in Animal Crossing. Now let's get into some trees. If you don't live somewhere IRL where the trees turn shades of yellow, red, and orange, you may not be familiar with their color-changing timeline. As a former New Englander, most of the deciduous trees start to change from their typical green color to vibrant orange, yellow, and red shades toward the end of September and continue to change until they inevitably fall to the ground as the trees prepare for winter. Here's a great interactive infographic I found from Vox.com showing how the trees turn colors in different parts of the US throughout the fall season. As you can see, the trees get more red as we near the end of fall. Now back to Animal Crossing. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the fall season in-game is September 1st to December 10th. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, add 6 months to all the dates I'm about to go over to calculate when your trees in Animal Crossing will start to change color. I'll go over each type of tree and how they evolve in colors over the coming months. But in order to experience these colorful changes in the trees on your own island, you'll want to have plenty of each type of tree planted to see the whole effect. Since the trees do change colors at an overall speed, but there are some outliers. This tree guide will also be helpful if you plan to decorate for fall and want your trees a specific color for any screenshots you take, or if you're planning on making a dream address for your island, as the tree color on the date you make your dream address will match the colors of your trees currently on your island. Beginning September 1st, your trees won't have a noticeable difference in color. This goes for oak trees, fruit trees, cedar trees, and bamboo trees on your island. I'll be going over each type of tree and how they evolve in colors over the coming months. First up are oak trees. These are your normal green trees that don't produce fruit. In the beginning of September, they will start to turn from the deep green shade to a lighter green with a more yellow tint. On September 10th, you'll have a mix of dark and lighter green trees. But by the end of September, all your trees will be the same light green hue as they prepare to turn yellow in the beginning of October. Only 5 days later, you'll have some noticeably yellow trees along with some green ones. By October 25th, all your trees will be a vibrant yellow color as they get into the fall spirit. As we progress into November, by the 10th, you'll notice some trees that are a little more orange than the rest. And only 4 days later, you'll have some bright orange trees and bright red trees scattered amongst the yellow ones. If you want to take some amazing shots of your island in the autumn, I say November 14th is the best day to do it, because you'll have yellow, orange, and red trees on your island at the same time. Now this amazing scene of trees does not last long, so you'll want to act fast. By November 20th, you'll have more red trees than any other color, and 5 days later, all your trees will be red. As we progress into December and the winter season draws near, your vibrant trees will start to turn brown. By this point, the autumn foliage in the game has passed, and snow will soon start to appear on your island. Now let's talk about the fruit-bearing trees on your island. It doesn't matter if they produce pears, peaches, apples, cherries, or oranges, as the tree themselves are the same. Fruit trees follow the same color-changing schedule as the oak trees I just talked about. But there is one thing I want to point out about these. Depending on the color of the fruit and the color of the tree, the fruit will either stand out from the tree or almost become invisible. If you are taking photos of your island or want to create a dream address, it's important to think about this. Invisible amongst a red tree, while pears will stand out very well. Oranges will also blend in with orange leaves, but peaches look vibrant against any leaf color. Personally, I love seeing all the fruits amongst all the color-changing trees. It's really so colorful and makes autumn really come alive on your island. Next up are bamboo trees. When I think of fall, I don't really think of bamboo since I've never lived in places where bamboo grows naturally, but that doesn't mean this type of tree doesn't get the autumn treatment. If you incorporate bamboo on your islands, you'll want to take note of how their color changes as we progress through fall. At the beginning of September, your bamboo will start off a bright green color and slowly shift to a more yellow hue. During October, your bamboo will be a desaturated yellow-green color until we hit October 31st. By now, some of the bamboo will have a more orange tint and will stand out from the rest. By November, all your bamboo trees will be the same yellowy orange color. Now what surprised me about the bamboo trees is that around November 30th, some of them will turn back to green. By December 5th, all your bamboo trees will be the same green hue. A little more desaturated from their summer green color, but green nonetheless. The further we get into December, the deeper green they become. On December 11th, they are a rich deep green as they prepare for the upcoming snowfall. I never knew bamboo trees turn back to green at the end of fall. If you're after that yellow bamboo though, you'll only have about 15 days to experience it before they go back to green, which is helpful to know again if you're wanting to take screenshots or make a dream address. And lastly are the cedar trees. These are definitely the least interesting out of all the trees in terms of color changing. Just like in real life, cedar trees don't experience the autumn foliage season the way deciduous trees do. However, I did notice some slight color change through the fall season in the game. The trunks of the tree do become darker, and the tree itself shifts from a deep forest green to a slightly darker, bluer green, then eventually be covered by snow. The subtle changes of the cedar tree actually make it more apparent just how the grass color changes dramatically throughout the season, starting as a lime green, transitioning to yellow, then to a dull brown-green color. So I've gone over all the dates of when your trees will start to change color and what colors will be available on what dates. If you don't want to wait until those dates in real time, you can always time travel and set your Switch's date to whatever date you want, corresponding with whatever tree color you want, so there's really no need to wait. But of course, you can wait in the game if that's what you prefer to do. I also want to tell you that you cannot choose which tree to be a certain color. So you can't choose which trees turn red, which ones are orange, which ones are yellow. It is random in the game exactly which trees will turn colors at each certain point. This is similar to how cedar trees work in the wintertime when they're decorated. If you dig up a decorated cedar tree, it becomes a regular cedar tree once you plant it again. The same goes for the oak trees and the fruit trees. If you dig one up, it's not guaranteed that the color it was before you dug it up will be the same after you replant it again. So that's just a thing to keep in mind if you want a certain color of tree on a certain part of your island, that it's pretty random and the game really doesn't let you pick and choose which colors are where. It's pretty random. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the fall tree colors in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I personally have a much better grasp on the specifics of the color changes, which will become super handy when I take photos of my fall island I'm making over on Twitch. Subscribe if you aren't already for more Animal Crossing content, and I'll see you in the next one.